This player was banned because of this celebration. These ones celebrated by driving a car onto the pitch, and this coach regretted doing this against Cristiano Ronaldo. These are football celebrations that went way too far. Starting with Neymar, who scored in and when it was time to celebrate, decided to wear a mask of himself.
Neymar praticamente liquida o jogo e botou uma máscara ali, hein?
The worst part is that he got sent off because of it. In the Real vs Atletico de Madrid derby, Bale scored a beautiful goal. When he celebrated, he made a very unusual gesture that sparked a lot of discussion on social media. The result? He almost got suspended for 12 matches that season, but in the end, he got away with it. Mary Demiral scored this goal at Euro 2024 and celebrated with a wolf salute, which refers to a controversial political group. The gesture led to an investigation and a 2-match suspension. After scoring a goal, Paul Aubameyang didn't just celebrate, he became the Black Panther. And that wasn't the first time he did something creative. Back when he played for Borussia Dortmund, he celebrated with his teammate Roos by wearing Batman and Robin masks.
The Batman and Robin masks for himself and Royce.
Playing in the MLS, Messi scored and celebrated by holding up 3 fingers to America fans, a Mexican team, reminding them of Argentina's titles. The provocation was subtle, but the message was clear. The derby between PSG and Olympique de Marseille is considered the biggest rivalry in France, and during the match, Mbappé decided to provoke by celebrating like this. This is one of the most controversial celebrations in Premier League history. On September 12, 2009, Adebayor scored City's 3rd goal in a historic 4-2 win and ran across the whole pitch just to celebrate in front of the rival fans. He slid on his knees right in front of the Arsenal fans, who threw bottles and even a plastic chair at him. But why all that? Turns out Adebayor had just recently played for Arsenal, and the fans spent the entire match booing him. And, well, when he scored, Adebayor couldn't hold back. Celebrating in front of rival fans is always risky, and this player found that out the hard way. He scored a goal in stoppage time, and his celebration ended up causing a pitch invasion. But have you ever seen a player flip off his own teammate? Well, that actually happened in Brazil. In a match between Flamengo and Corinthians, Felipe Viseu scored a goal, and during the celebration, simply gave the middle finger to the center back of his own team. Looks like their relationship wasn't going too well. Missing a penalty and getting mocked by the goalkeeper, Haaland went through that, but didn't let it get to him. The play was called back, he got a second chance, and got his revenge with the goal and a big celebration. Then these players here decided to celebrate with the car on the pitch. After scoring a penalty against the Netherlands in the 2022 World Cup quarterfinals, Lionel Messi made a provocative gesture by putting his hand over his ears. This act was a direct response to criticism from the Dutch national team coach, Louis van Gaal. At the end of the match, there was also Messi's famous interview.
¿Qué mira, bobo? ¿Qué mira, bobo? Anda para allá, bobo. Anda para allá.
Tranquilo, Leo.
Bueno.
But Messi is also the owner of one of the most iconic celebrations in football. In the Real Madrid versus Barcelona derby, Messi simply scored the winning goal in stoppage time. And what did he do next? He celebrated by taking off his shirt and showing it to the Real Madrid crowd. That was legendary. But revenge came months later. When Cristiano Ronaldo scored in the Copa del Rey at Camp Nou, he celebrated the same way. The problem is that he got a yellow card for it and ended up getting sent off minutes later. Man, we really missed that rivalry. Now, this celebration by striker Vardy really got people talking. After scoring the winning goal, he celebrated by kicking the corner flag, and it had the colors of the LGBT movement. Some time passed and Vardy apologized and sent the damaged flag to a Leicester LGBT fan group. And here, Vardy scored and celebrated by teasing the Tottenham crowd, saying they didn't have a single Premier League trophy. And once again, Haaland makes the list. He mocked Arsenal and got humiliated for it. It all started back when Manchester City played Arsenal at the Etihad Stadium. The game ended in a draw, but Haaland didn't miss the chance to provoke. He looked at Mikel Arteta and said, Besides that, after the draw at the end of the match, he even threw the ball at defender Gabriel's head. But Haaland shouldn't have done that. Like the saying goes, revenge is a dish best served cold. And this one came freezing at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal completely destroyed City with a crushing 5-1 win. And to make the humiliation worse, Gabriel celebrated right in Haaland's face. Youngster Miles Lewis Skelly scored and even imitated Haaland's classic meditation pose.
Oh my God, he so deserves that!
And to top it all off, the stadium DJ played Humble by Kendrick Lamar, a very clear message to Haaland. Now, this celebration went down in history. On October 23, 2011, Mario Balotelli scored twice in Manchester City's 6-1 win over Manchester United. But what really stood out was his celebration. Player Oduro took the moment to celebrate his goal by simply grabbing a snack and eating a slice of pizza. And this one totally lost it during the celebration. After scoring for Newcastle, the Georgian player Ketsbaya completely lost control. He ripped off his shirt and started kicking the advertising boards in rage. No one's ever really understood why. Maybe not even him. Now, this guy scored a goal and made one of the most controversial celebrations in the whole of football history. In 1999, Robbie Fowler decided to respond to rumors that he used drugs in the worst way possible. He scored a goal for Liverpool, went to the sideline, and pretended to snort that white powder. After that, Fowler was suspended for 4 matches and fined €32,000. Have you ever wondered why players get a yellow card for taking off their shirt during a celebration? Well, it all started because of one player, Diego Forlan. In 2002, playing for Manchester United, Diego scored a goal. During the celebration, he took off his shirt, like many do. But there was one small problem. He couldn't get the shirt back on in time. The game restarted and Diego spent a few minutes running around the field with no shirt on, which became a big joke in the press. After that, FIFA decided to take action, and that's how the yellow card rule was born for anyone who takes off their shirt while celebrating. And look who's back, Cristiano Ronaldo. During the Champions League quarterfinals, Atletico de Madrid won the first match 2-0, and coach Simeone celebrated by making an obscene gesture. But we all know, never celebrate too early against Cristiano Ronaldo. In the second match, he scored a hat-trick, and at the end of the game, did the same gesture to provoke Simeone. If there's one player who loves to provoke with his celebrations, it's Gabigol. In this game, he made a point to celebrate right in front of the rival fans. In Argentina, Tevez scored a goal against River Plate and celebrated by imitating a chicken.
Oh, hey!
of Franco Candeli and the goal of Carlos Tevez.
The ref didn't like that and sent him off. And, well, Shaqiri decided to celebrate a goal against Serbia in the 2018 World Cup in a way that goes beyond football. After scoring, he celebrated by making the Albanian eagle symbol with his hands. The two countries have had political tensions for many years. Suarez, known for biting his opponents, also has a memorable celebration, throwing himself on the ground after the other team's coach said he dived too much. After scoring in Thailand, Jurovski took off his shorts, put them on his head, and walked around in his underwear. He got sent off right after that, but had already secured his name in the history of the craziest celebrations. And this celebration ended in a fight between players. After Atletico Nacional scored in stoppage time, the players started yelling at the opposing goalkeeper during the celebration, and that quickly turned into a brawl on the field. Player Isa Alekazir was suspended from football for 6 months when fans realized that after every goal in the Asian Football League, he was mocking the appearance of Asians with a gesture. And this player right here used the celebration to drink a beer after scoring the goal.
Det är ett av årets vackraste mål och det är få som kan göra sådär. Känner du? Oj, 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 oj. Vilken kanon han skickar in där utifrån.
And how can we forget Ronaldo Nazario's first goal after coming back to Brazil? He literally knocked down the fence of the stadium.
Ronaldo! Eu dizia, tá perto o gol do homem! Tá perto o gol do homem!
But nothing compares to what this guy did. Georgios Katidis scored the winning goal and celebrated like this.
Και δείτε πώς τον κυνηγάνε οι συμπαίκτες του για να πανηγυρίσουν όλοι μαζί.
If you've studied history, you know exactly what that means. The celebration didn't go unnoticed, and he was banned from the national team forever. Douglas Luiz didn't just score, he also celebrated by dancing to provoke goalkeeper Onana. During a Brazilian league match, player Vinicius scored an equalizer from the penalty spot and started dancing to taunt the rival fans. But that didn't sit well, and it caused a scuffle between players. This is one of the most creative celebrations you'll see today. The players scored a goal and, when celebrating, did this. Peter Crouch has a very unique way of celebrating his goals. He does the robot dance.
Look at his face! Just look at his face!
In the Bundesliga, striker Anthony Ujah was probably the first, or one of the few, to celebrate a goal with a goat, the team's mascot. He was sent off and later apologized publicly. Now, what happened to this player is terrifying. He dribbled the goalkeeper and scored a beauty. But during the celebration, he didn't know there was a hole in the ground and ended up doing this. The security guard even tried to warn him. But okay, looks like nothing serious happened. And this player made a pretty random celebration. First, she ran while grabbing her leg like she was injured, and then she started dancing. And Coach Tite, who ran to celebrate Brazil's goal against Costa Rica in the 2018 World Cup, he ended up falling on the field and became an international meme. This Brazilian player just wanted to be romantic. After scoring, he ran to kiss his fiancée, but he didn't realize the goal had already been ruled out. In the Netherlands, during Vitesse Arnhem's celebration, the stands collapsed, leaving everyone shocked. Luckily, no one was hurt. Even Mourinho got in on the provoking. After a heated match between Juventus and Manchester United, the away team came back to win 2-1. At the final whistle, Coach Mourinho cupped his ear in celebration, but it's safe to say the crowd wasn't happy about that gesture. But Mourinho doesn't like being provoked. After Chelsea scored a late goal, someone from their staff passed by the coach and mocked him. Mourinho got mad and had to be held back. Some players like to kick the corner flag when they score, but Drogba, he used it as a guitar. In 2006, Finidi George scored a goal. Palmeiras player went too far. During the celebration, he showed the middle finger to the rival crowd. The ref didn't see it, but the moment caused a lot of controversy. Then Ronnie scored, pulled out a pig mask, and wore it to celebrate. Creative? Yeah, but he got a yellow card for covering his face. We've seen players get injured while celebrating, but what about a coach? Klopp ran to celebrate a stoppage time winner, and while provoking the opposing bench, he pulled something in his leg, almost like karma.